Alright, John Oakes here with Hankster's Hot Rods here in Homer City, Pennsylvania. And today we're going to go over with you folks out there our latest addition to our inventory. This is a really nice example of a well put together, kind of like an off-road or a good cruising, all-around cruising vehicle. A nice 1974 International Scout 2. As you can see, ours is done here with the two-tone exterior on it. Got the maroon with the gray or the silver stripes or charcoal stripes. Again, everything looks really nice on this thing for being a 74. Paint's nice, smooth, and shiny all the way around. All the body panels, as we work around the vehicle, are really nice and straight, and you know, the panel fitment and alignment on this vehicle really nice as well. So again, I've already mentioned our color. As you can see, wheels and tires, you're going to notice this does have a slight suspension lift to it. It's a rough country 4-inch suspension lift. We do have aftermarket wheels and tires on it also to complete the look. We've got 15 by 10 inch wheels on all four corners with Cooper Discoverer AT3 tires. These tires look phenomenal on this vehicle, along with the wheel choice too. Again, wheels are American Racing, aluminum, 5-spoke design. I apologize for the noise back there. We've got wind up here real bad, so we're going to have to cope with that while we're doing this. But anyways, you can see it's got the simulated beadlock wheels on it too. Again, just a nice overall look for this particular vehicle. Again, we've got the International badges on the side here. The nice lower body moldings on it too. The bright work here, again, nice and straight as they come back along the bottom of the vehicle there. We've got both driver and passenger side chrome mirrors on the car. The chrome is in great condition on it, and the glass, same thing. There's no chips or cracks in any of the mirror glass. Same thing goes for our door glass windows, both sides, and even the windows back here in our cab. As you can see, all the glass is in really good shape. Slightly tinted, no chips, no cracks in anything. You've got all of your bright work, the trim around the windows here, all of your window frames, so to speak. Those are all in good shape. Of course, your drip rail moldings here all the way back along the side here, those are color painted to match the body and the top. And again, as you run your finger through that drip rail, that rain gutter per se, everything is nice and smooth there. As far as our door goes, you can see the gaps on the front and the rear. Very, very nice gaps on this. And the elevations are dead on. And the little bit of body lines that you do have, obviously, everything matches up real nice on this car. We'll open our door up and we'll take a look at the interior now. You can see it's got the same kind of two-tone color scheme on the interior. The charcoal or the dark gray and maroon in there. The dash pad is in great shape. Factory dash, factory instrumentation. It does have two aftermarket gauges, that being the oil pressure gauge and water temperature gauge. You can also see it's got the automatic floor shifter and the shifter for the 2 versus 4-wheel drive in there as well. Again, all the upholstery is in great shape. Front seat belts, gray carpeting, and you can see the two-tone doors on it too. The doors themselves painted that maroon color, and then the door panels here also in that charcoal or gray color as well. Very nice looking. Also, as far as our weather stripping and all of our seals are in good shape here all around the window here. Everything's going to seal up real nice. Everything down along the sides of the door, same thing. The seals are all nice and soft. Should seal up really, really well for you. We'll go ahead and close the door. Again, it shuts nice. Now, back here at our cab, again, I already mentioned our windows are in good condition. No chips or cracks in any of that stuff. You notice on the top, it does have the luggage rack as well. As we come back, the quarter panels, again, nice and straight. Body panels look great. You've got the factory style gas cap on here, the Scout 2 emblems back here as well. Now we come around the back. As far as I know, I believe the rear bumper here to be a custom fabricated bumper here. You can see the glass in the rear here also is in good shape. No chips or cracks there. Now this does open up, so let's go ahead and do that now. We'll raise this up for you. Make sure she locks in place, and we'll put our tailgate down. Okay, so there you go. You'll notice again the inside of the rear cab here, all painted up. You've got the gray top on there too. Again, you see the back of that bench seat for in the rear here. Nice little mat here for in the trunk, or for in the bed actually. So it helps protect the paint that's back here. All metal tailgate, and again, the metal on this in great shape. It's tethered here with the hinges, so all of that's good. And then of course you've got your weather stripping and seals around all of that too, which is all in great condition. Let's go ahead and close this up again. Okay, so again, on your rear tailgate, metal's nice and straight back here too. Got your international badging back here as well. Got a little tiny bumper hitch ball there if you're towing something real small. You don't want to put anything heavy on that, but you do have that option. Tail light lenses and bezels are in pretty good shape. There we go. Okay, so we're all closed up. So we'll continue around the passenger side now. And over here, more of the same thing. Nice straight body panels on here. Again, you can see wheels and tires as I've described just previously. All of your glass in good shape. And again, these are sliding windows too. You can push those open, get yourself a little bit of breeze back there. Again, all of the glass on the passenger side, same as what we had over there on the driver's side. Nice and free of any chips or cracks over here. I'd already mentioned those chrome mirrors. Those are in good shape. And again, you can see your gaps, both the front and back side of your door here, in great condition and adjusted very well. Let's open up on this side, take a look inside from here. And again, you'll just notice that the seat upholstery is in good shape, no rips or tears to see there. You can see the Scout 2 embroidered on the backs of the front seats. You can also see on that rear bed seat, it's got the International embroidered on there. Again, painted dash with the dash pad in gray. And then again, you see the door panels being all the maroon color with the door panels in gray. We'll close that door. Again, that shuts easy. Again, just the matching International badging, all of the bright work along the bottom of the doors, fenders and quarters. And now we come around to the front. So again, this is going to be your stock steel hood for the International Scout. The windshield is in great shape, wipers also. The International Scout grill, you can see that for the most part in behind all of this. It's in good condition. The headlights, sealed beam units, no chips or cracks in those glass lenses. And then you see what we have all sitting here. So first of all, we've got a custom fabricated front bumper here on the nose of our Scout. You can see it does have the KC daylighter like fog lights, I would assume, or driving lights. They may be, I'm not sure. But again, it's auxiliary lighting here in great condition. The yellow covers, the black light housings. Again, the bumper's all done in that charcoal or gray color. And then you notice sitting here on that bumper is a Badlands Winch. This is going to help get you out of any trouble if you happen to take this vehicle off-roading. It's got a remote that comes with it too, so you can easily use it even sitting in the seat or outside of the vehicle, either one. You can see it does have the shackles up here painted in red. Again, in emergency situations where you might need a tow or something, you've got those to hook a chain, or if you're pulling somebody out of something, you've got those there. So that's pretty much it. We've been around the outside of the vehicle, inside the interior, through the back. We're next going to go underneath the hood. Now this thing has a hood latch inside the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and get that opened up because it opens from back to front on the Scout. So we'll do that and get you a look inside the engine compartment, and we'll talk about what we have under the hood as well as the remaining parts of the drive line there before we put it on the lift for you. Alright, so now that we've got the hood open, as I said, it opens from the back to the front. It does have the stay for it over there, so it keeps the hood up while you're underneath here doing whatever it is you need to do. For our purposes, we're telling you about the motor here. So as you can see, it does have the original 304 motor in it. It's got your stock air cleaner there, stock carburetor, everything pretty much all stock under this hood. Intake, the valve covers, everything. You can see it's got the international valve covers on it too to help identify everything. All of your heater lines are all hooked up too on it. Ignition, I believe, is all factory on it too. So yeah, like I said, pretty much all stock appearing as far as the 304 motor. See, it's got the factory radiator here. It does have an upgraded electric fan in it though, so that makes it nice. Those fans actually take it off of the front of the motor, which helps eliminate a little bit of parasitic drag there. And again, the electric fans are really efficient at cooling. As far as steering and brakes, we have power steering on this vehicle, power brakes here, as you can see too. And when we go underneath, you'll see that they are disc up front, drums out on the back of the vehicle. Now, behind this motor for transmission, we do have, it is the Torqueflite 727 automatic transmission. As far as the differentials on this vehicle, both front and rear are Dana 44s. Now in the rear differential, we have a 348 gear ratio back there. For the transfer case, again, because it is a four-wheel drive vehicle, it's the Dana 20 transfer case. Now this is a manual hub on the front, so if you do want to use the four-wheel drive, you can put it in four-wheel drive inside, but you do have to turn those hubs in for the four-wheel drive to function as it should. So that, again, is pretty much it for our Scout. So like I said, we're going to go ahead and close everything up here now. We'll go ahead and get it on our lift for you, show you the complete underside, and then we'll finally fire up this 304 and let you hear what it sounds like. Alright, so we are underneath our 1974 International Scout here. We're going to go through this thing just as we always do with you, starting front to back, going over all the frame, the suspension, steering, braking, drive line, wheels, tires, all of that stuff. We're going to do that right now for you. So starting up here, we'll just kind of do an overall with the suspension. So again, this is a rough country suspension. It's a 4-inch lift on this vehicle. So that gives you an idea roughly, you know, the height on it, getting it up in the air. Now you'll see that obviously in our previous video whenever I walked around the vehicle and showed you that. So, and I'm kind of a short guy, so that gives you an idea on how high it is. Anyways, all the suspension is in great condition on this thing. The shocks, again, rough country. The multi-leaf suspension, front and rear, all of this nice and clean underneath here. As far as our differentials on this vehicle, I'm going to go over that next, because we got Dana 44s on both the front and the rear on this thing. And as far as the gear ratio in there, we have a 343 gear ratio in that rear differential. Now, as far as the rest of the suspension, you do have a front sway bar on here. That's going to help tremendously with this vehicle cornering and so forth. Again, the actual sway bar itself looks, or wait, no, this is not a sway bar. Let me nix that from the video there. Not a sway bar. This is just the steering link up here. So it goes all the way from one spindle to the next. You do have the stabilizer arm here going up to your box at your pitman arm there too. So again, all of that for your steering, that's all in good shape. Ball joints on this thing out at the spindles, those are all in good condition too. You can tell everything's been greased and maintained very well also. It is a power steering vehicle. It is also a power brake vehicle, and it does have disc brakes up front, drums out on the rear, so this thing's going to stop very, very well for you. And with the power steering, obviously it's going to turn really good for you as well. As far as our drive line, let's complete that now. We go with it's the original 304 cubic inch motor here. Behind that, we've got the Torqueflite 727 transmission. It does have the flywheel cover to protect that flywheel. We do have a nice chrome finned TCI transmission pan cover here. And again, the pan on the tranny as well as the oil pan here on the motor, all of that looks dry, free from any leaks or drips. As we come back a little further, now I've already gone over the differentials. A little bit further back here, again, because this is a four-wheel drive vehicle, we do have a Dana 20 transfer case back here. And again, that looks to be in good condition too. Of course, your drive shafts, both front and rear, those both look good. And I've already mentioned this rear differential too. So again, Dana 44, a 343 gear in there. Wheels and tires to help complete that lifted look on this vehicle. 15 by 10 inch wheels. These are American Racing. They're done in the black, but they're aluminum wheels, 5-spoke aluminum style wheels. They've got the simulated beadlock rings on them to give them a nice look. And as far as the tires go, these are Cooper Discoverer AT3s. These are 31, 10.5, 15s on all four corners, and the tread on these things looks brand new. These tires and wheels on this thing alone looks great. Now, as far as the frame and floors, frame is in really good condition on this thing. Real nice and straight, good and square from front to back. There are no dents or dings in any of the rails. And again, this is a full frame vehicle, so you've got solid frame front to back on this, so it's going to be a good sturdy vehicle. Your floors, from what I can see underneath here, floors are in great shape too. I've seen only one little tiny patch, and again, it's a 74 International Scout. These things are hard to come by in this kind of condition. So just a small tiny patch. It's been seam sealed. So again, everything's going to be in good condition here. As far as the exhaust, we've got stock cast exhaust manifolds at the motor. Dual exhaust all the way back. You can see here we've got a set of dual mufflers. They look to be like a Flowmaster style muffler. They might even be that. I just can't see a name on them. It may be turned up around the top side. That I'm not sure, but it's a Flowmaster style muffler. Dual tailpipes on this, and the tailpipes exit out right underneath, pretty much right at the corner of your quarter panel and your rear bumper. And then as far as your fuel tank, you've got your stock fuel tank back here in the rear of the vehicle. Again, the fuel tank's in good condition. All of your straps and mounting hardware, that's all in good condition too. E-brake, that's all hooked up. You can see the front cables here. You've got your intermediate cables, and then of course the cables going from those intermediates back to your rear drum brakes. So all of that's functional as well. Trying to think if there's anything else that I need to go over with you underneath here. Again, it looks like it's got like some heat shields up here for your mufflers. The fuel lines, fuel filters mounted right underneath here. All of your the rockers on the vehicle, those are all good and solid too. Of course, like I said, the floors, you can see all of the bracing still underneath here. Again, everything looks really, really good. So we're going to go ahead and get this down off the lift for you. We're going to go underneath the hood. We'll fire that 304 motor up, let you hear exactly what that sounds like next.